Another night dawns in Amsterdam, the kind finding comfort in her safe havens, while the kindred emerge from theirs. A seemingly insignificant night, but an important one for a septet of vampires. Recently, a curse was placed on them, an innocent Halloween trick, perhaps, but with a possibility for disastrous consequences. A curse of sloth, lulling the virile Jackie in an endless slumber. A curse of lust, drawing the sensual Celine to her most primal of desires. A curse of pride, unlocking hidden traits in the elusive Laurie. A curse of wrath, spurring the warped Angela to bursts of fury. A curse of envy, making the powerful Maria succumb to her concealed insecurities. A curse of gluttony, driving the demented Alicia to insatiable hunger. And a curse of greed, cracking the sweet Caladora's innocent facade and making her ache for all she does not possess. In an effort to contain these powerful beings, with their innermost urges unlocked, a brave hero set out to pay a visit to each and every one of them. They weren't given much to go on, as they were trusted on their bravery and ingenuity to complete the task ahead of them. So how did this tale end? Our hero fearlessly set out, sojourning to the cat-like Jackie, only to be met with an irresistible force, a drowsiness so strong all they wanted was to curl up and nap with this captivating creature. While our hero's eyes might have closed for just a second, really they were just resting them, eventually they broke the jinx and were able to leave the gangrel be, assured it could do no harm. On then, to perhaps the most dangerous sin of all, lust. Poor Celine, expecting another one of Maria's clients, was met with our paladin of virtue. Their self-control so great, they were able to deflect all of her inappropriate remarks, requests, and pleads. No amount of begging could stir them, for all they wanted was to protect this maiden from her own carnal desires, which she would most likely regret in the morning, only to then never call back. Their quest led them to Laurie, her heart struck with an overpowering pride. Her newfound powers arousing her to a level of arrogance previously untold of. Even so, she let our hero warn her, but she did not heed to their words. Clouded by her own ego, she could not see a world beyond the magnitude of her power. Wary, but not undeterred, our defender of purity left her to her own devices, and continued on. After a long and perilous trek down to Amsterdam's grimiest and most ungodly of sewers, they were met by a ghastly sight. A young and unstable Nosferatu by the name of Angela, consumed by wrath. On and on she went, about all the injustice inflicted upon her. Nothing could curb her rage, so our hero reluctantly agreed to punish those responsible for deleting her entire collection of cute catgirl hentai. But between you and me, who does that? Eventually, they were able to schedule an appointment with Maria, who tried hard at keeping up the front of fearless prince. But soon her fall from grace became all too clear, as she lamented about those not-so-nice ladies that kept getting everything that she deserved. While quite intimidated, our champions stood their ground and didn't let the Prince of Amsterdam dominate them. While unwilling to listen to reason, they figured that, with all our lackeys otherwise engaged, she could not do much harm. Next up, the hero was left a mysterious package, a liter of fresh blood still warm, a timely gift, as they were just about to enter Alicia's lair. What they first noticed was the thick aroma of sweet-swelling blood in the air. Second were the mumbling whispers, seeming to come from inside their own mind. Lastly, they saw the crazed Malkavian, soaked and caked in copious amounts of blood. Her face, clothing, and hair were stained red, and this was reflected in her stare. Her one red eye was piercing straight into their soul, her ravenous hunger glistening within. This fight was easy, as once they fed her the blood, she was docile as a lamb, though she might have gotten in a small nibble before sending them on their way. At last, they arrived at Amsterdam's chantry, where they were met with the normally meek apprentice, Calidora, lusting for ultimate power. At first they feared they were lured into an unescapable trap, being seen as just another human-shaped bag of blood for Callie's rituals. But lucky for our hero, she listened to reason. Being trapped in her own game, our holy knight of everything good in this world, and also unshakable virtue and high morals, was able to twist the powerful Tremere into believing that solving this curse was her ticket into omnipotence. Thus, so it was, turning her own sin against her, Calidora searched her ancient tomes for a reversal spell, and normalcy returned. So, what is the moral of this fantastical adventure? The solution is always, always in the last place you look.